There's a stock that I've been talking about for several months. I told my Discord to get in when the stock was much lower, and I told you guys on YouTube to get in when it was considerably lower than it is right now. They're partnered with NVIDIA, they're backed by NVIDIA, and they solve problems that NVIDIA, Microsoft, AMD, and a lot of other big companies are facing. Before we get started, huge announcement. Tomorrow, my free masterclass webinar returns. It is going to be tomorrow, Friday, September 26th, 6 p.m. Eastern. 3 p.m. Pacific, very limited spots, hundreds of students every single webinar. Try to sign in or register in the last day or two and they cannot get in. Spots are almost full. Link to register is below. I'll be answering your questions. I'll have a huge announcement, and every student that's ever been at my webinar says they've learned more in the 1 hour they spent with me than anywhere else. Take action now. Let's see what you're doing wrong and let me show you what you can do to improve in the market. I have a lot of strategies to teach. The link to get started and register for the webinar tomorrow is below. I look forward to seeing you there. And this stock that I'm talking about is none other than Navitas Semiconductor, NVTS, is an electrifying, pure-play leader in next-generation power electronics, driving global energy revolution with its mission to electrify our world. The company's designs sell efficient gallium nitride GaN and silicon carbide SiC semiconductors, which are superior alternatives to traditional silicon, enabling devices to be smaller, faster, lighter, and up to 40% more energy efficient. By monolithically integrating GaN power, drive, control, and protection into single chip solutions, GaN fast ICs, Navitas uniquely positioned to capture massive growth across high volume, high growth markets like mobile fast chargers, solar energy, electric vehicles and EVs, and AI data centers, which will help AMD, Microsoft, NVIDIA, and many others. An area further bolstered by a strategic partnership with NVIDIA for next generation power delivery systems. Growth facts indicate strong market tailwinds, with focus on markets like data centers projected to be $3 billion annual opportunity for the company by 2030, and the long-term displacement of legacy silicon, which analysts forecast will result in a robust double-digit compound annual growth rate (CAGR) for the wider GaN and SiC market through 2032. As a central enabler of this massive transition to high-efficiency, sustainable power, NVTS presents a compelling, high-risk, high-reward investment thesis rooted in indispensable technology required for a clean energy future. This is just one of the many stocks that I've called out over the last year and a half, like Robinhood when it was 15, Palantir when it was 15, HIMS when it was 10, Lyft when it was 9, American Airlines when it went down to 9, Ford when it was $8, Meta when it was 500, SPY when it was 550. The list goes on and on. I have students in my Discord that are making tens of thousands of dollars, even some students making $100,000 or more per trade, as you guys can see the profits on the screen. So if you're watching this video and you're wondering if this is a good investment, or you're confused, or you want to do better in your account, I would love to help you. The link to get started in Discord is below, and of course to register for the webinar as well. It's how my student Xander went from $12,000 to $112,000 in just 1 month, and that is right there on the screen. It was officially a week ago. He went from $12,000 to $106,000, almost a $100,000 gain in 1 month. So this is definitely another one of my picks. Navitas is a strong investment. The escalating power demands for artificial intelligence processors, notably from NVIDIA's next-generation Rubin Ultra GPUs and Kyber rack scale systems, are hitting the physical limits of traditional silicon-based data center power architectures, which struggle to efficiently deliver over 200 kilowatts of power per rack. Navitas is solving this critical problem by collaborating with NVIDIA to pioneer an 800-volt high-voltage direct current HVDC architecture, a major power overhaul that utilizes their GaN gallium nitride and silicon carbide SiC semiconductors. The core advantage of Navitas wide bandgap materials is their ability to operate at much higher switching speeds and voltages with lower energy loss than silicon, providing a significant boost in efficiency and power density. This transition is projected to deliver up to 5% greater end-to-end power efficiency, reduce copper usage by 45%, and enable 1 megawatt IT racks and beyond, fundamentally cutting operational costs and reducing the massive carbon footprint of AI infrastructure creating a multi-billion-dollar market opportunity for Navitas. Navitas is shifting its focus to AI data centers as power needs are rising fast. AI processors are utilizing much more power than traditional systems. Additionally, industry power estimates show demand for AI could grow from 7 gigawatts in 2023 to over 70 gigawatts by 2030. This presents a big opportunity for Navitas Semiconductor to capitalize on this shift. Currently, data centers operate at 48 volts, but NVIDIA has announced plans for 800-volt architectures to support next-generation workloads. Navitas believes that this shift will create a big need for advanced power chips made from gallium nitride and silicon carbide. These materials work better at high voltage and make systems more efficient. Navitas expects 3 stages in the new 800-volt setup, which includes converting grid power to 800 volts, then 800 to 48, then 48 to 12 or less for processors. Each step will need GaN and SiC chips, and therefore the company estimates that this could become a $2.6 billion yearly market by the year 2030. Navitas is already working on products for all 3 steps and plans to send final samples to customers later this year. You can see Navitas has had a pretty nice run over the past month or so, and I told my students to get in as well as here on YouTube a little over a month and a half ago, but you can see right now it's basing off the support of around $6.33, which is above my AVP, which is what I teach in Discord, along with my DFib, my D-Stochastics RSI, and my other strategies I teach in the Discord to help you gauge much more efficient and accurate move. Right now would be time to dollar cost average in my opinion, but you want to be safe. You don't want to add any more than 10% of your portfolio in any one position, as all investments carry potential risks, so you want to be very cautious. But Navitas looks incredibly strong and poised for the future. As you guys can see, the uptrend could bring it all the way up to $9.50 or $10, showing that we could have a 40 to 50% return already on the horizon just by reaching its previous highs, which all stocks do at some point or another. And this one, particularly in Navitas's case, is more likely to happen sooner rather than later. If you're wondering how I put out these types of trades, maybe you want to learn, do better, grow your portfolio, potentially retire, this is what drives me every single day, is helping people just like you achieve your goals. And remember, what you put off today for tomorrow, somebody else put off yesterday for today. I'm going to show you the Discord because a lot of people have asked me to show real-time profits in the Discord. Most recent trade yesterday on XLV, we made $400. This student made $400. This student made $11,000. This student right here is up 13% basically overnight. This student made $500. Another 160 overnight. Absolutely killing it first month, wrapping up all these trades. This student made $1,400. 601 trade. This student has doubled their portfolio from $5,000 to $10,000 in just 3 months. This student's up $150,000, $153,000, 22% in 1 month, actually 25 days. And the list goes on and on. This student joined about 4 months ago and went from 23,000 to 121,000. So almost 100K, basically 100K since joining. This student here is up 57,000 from 30,000 to almost 90,000 in 3 months. You can see this student, same thing since joining. Portfolio is skyrocketed up in 6 months, 54,000 or 52,000. This student up 150K in the last 6 months. And you see I made profits on recent trades that I shared as well. The list just goes on and on. If you guys want to grow your portfolio and learn, you guys can join the Discord at any time. Link to get started is below. Also, the webinar tomorrow, you do not want to miss that. Friday, September 26th, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. I'm going to be answering questions. I have a huge announcement and very limited spots. Hundreds of students every webinar, can't get in at the last minute because we are very limited on positions. But if you don't believe me that we can make these kinds of profit in the Discord, don't take my word for it. Let's take a listen to my student Xander had to say. So today we are here with one of my newest students, Xander. How you doing, Xander?
Good.
Awesome. Glad to hear.
Yeah. So when I was watching other YouTubers, they were really pushing a certain mode of saying oh, you're going to make $1 million, over 500,000 with such a small account, and pushing so many numbers that just seems so unrealistic, where you seem to push a more focused strategy and actually explain stuff more to the point instead of just pushing and pushing the Discord. And it just made me pick yours over everyone else's. You didn't try and give unrealistic expectations, right? You actually gave a focused and clear strategy to how we would make money.
Awesome. I'm glad to hear. And that is the goal.
I originally started with $12,000 when I joined your Discord. I never done options before that. And it's kind of crazy what I'm at now. From $12,000 just a month in your Discord, I'm at just over $104,000 $12,000. So just unbelievable, life-changing money. It's just crazy.
Wow. So you went from 12,000 over 104,000 in 1 month in the Discord.
Yeah, just unbelievable. I couldn't believe it when I was did around 9 trades, and just the amount of success that your trades were and so accurate. It was like 9 out of 9 trades, 104,000 from 12. I couldn't thank you more. It's just been awesome.
Awesome. That is amazing success. And in 1 month, that is like a 10x return, which is
yeah,
crazy.
1,000%. Yeah, over 1,000% I made in 1 month, just from your strategies and just from what you've put out in the Discord.
Based on what it cost you to join and what you've made and the group itself and just overall the education I provide, is it worth it?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, people need to understand that your Discord community is insane. I made, in the span of a month, I made 12 new friends that have just been helping me and explaining to me trades that I haven't even thought about taking that were put out from you, and just explain the trades and give me an overall better understanding of how your Discord works. And if anybody's thinking of joining the Discord, 100% please go through those training modules. They're step by step, and obviously they'll learn at your pace. So if you can't do it some days, it's okay. But those training modules really gave me a baseline of how to actually do the options, how to take Corey's trades. And once I got to the module, I got through it in a week. I just destroyed them all. I love learning. After that, I started to take trades, and it was just profits from there. Unbelievable. And I just couldn't thank Corey more.
So you heard my student Xander had to say, if you want this to be your success story, I would love to help you. You guys can sign up for the Discord at any time. Links in the information box below. Get started now. Don't waste time. Take action. Let's start making your portfolio work for you so you can retire sooner and live the life you ultimately deserve to live. And don't forget, if you want to jump in the webinar and see what I'm all about and learn some strategies and understand exactly what's going on, let me show you what you're doing wrong. I'll see you at the webinar tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Pacific, Friday, September 26th. Link to register for that webinar is below, and we're just about full, so don't hesitate. I'll see you there tomorrow. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you at the webinar and in the Discord and the next YouTube video. One love, fam.